everybody, welcome back to the channel, my friends. I hope you're doing well. I come up to Hamilton today just to catch a few trains. I started up in Somerville, but man, there's so much maintenance away and stuff and work going on up there. It just wasn't even worth it to stay up there. So nothing was going on. Now we got one Norfolk Southern train headed our direction. Just one headed our direction. It's going to come up the old way, which is going to come up the Newcastle district westbound. When they're south of Hamilton, they'll go a different way. They'll come down to get on their own tracks instead of coming up through the back door. You guys are going to see that. It's a really rare catch to see. Now, I did get some video of all that maintenance and weight equipment, but after a while I came down to Hamilton to try to salvage a day and got M510 and M506, so I got two trains there. And like I said, we have that Norfolk Southern train coming that Norfolk Southern train's coming right now. And once it gets here, I'll get the video rolling, so stay tuned. Well, I heard a bunch of talk on the radio. Good morning, by the way. Heard a bunch of talk on the radio about a bunch of work. I saw some signs. Here we go, we got a work zone going on here. It's on CSX. So I probably will not hang a whole lot on CSX today. Oh, look at that. They got a whole bunch of spikes right there. Crazy. And here comes, I think it's Rail Works. I've seen so many of these. But they said they had a southbound coming on one. But these guys are going to get to going or whatever I was just trying to say. Oh, of course you're going to go right in front of the... Got a whole lot more to go here. I was headed up to Somerville. Like I said, I was headed up to Somerville. And I heard a whole lot of talk. I heard M561, and I think I just missed it coming through the work zone there. You could hear him just up the way, so I'm gonna cut the camera. Well, maybe not. I don't. Well, got the camera waiting for something to happen. I got Rail Works backing up here. Well, looks like I'm going to be doing a whole lot of sticking around for CSX today. I don't know what the heck's going on. People are asking me what's going on, and I don't know. I don't know what that thing is. Got a bunch of tie clips coming in this goofy looking thing. tie clip machine. Comes something else. It's creating a little bit of a backup for here, which when I say a little bit of a backup, being a little facetious about it. Lots of maintenance away equipment. All this is. I think that might be it. I don't hear anything back there. That's good. I'm gonna get these people going. When I say a little bit of a backup, I mean all the way kind of back there, so not too big. But then a few cars over there. But there go the gates, so I guess people are gonna go about their business, and so am I, folks. Stay tuned for me. Well, I'm up Somerville, but look at this. Well, hopefully that bodes well to what's going to happen, because so far I've gotten 0 trains. Stay tuned. Yeah, so coming up here is one of the biggest reasons why I've been here for hours and I've seen no trains. Look at all this work that's going on. This is all Norfolk Southern and Omaha track. Got crossings closed, they're ripping them apart, they're burning stuff and welding stuff. So this is it. I'm gonna try to salvage this day by heading back to Hamilton, maybe getting some CSX trains, or I don't know, heading to Lockland. All these cool equipments they got going on here. All these are Omaha track. Some Norfolk Southerns, the ballast regulator, tampers. That's it, man. I'm heading back to Hamilton, back towards my house, try to salvage this day a little bit, get some trains. Alright folks, stay tuned for me. Well, I came down here to try to salvage this day, and I believe I'm going to salvage that because this is my first train of the day. Guys, it's almost 1 o'clock. I've come down to Hamilton Waterworks. I say this guy's loaded. The springs, it's not. It's an empty coal train. And it's not a coal train. It's a mixed manifest. Look at that. Didn't think I was going to be able to salvage this day, but here I am. Excuse me. And I tell you, it is completely dead. completely dead on the Newcastle district. You guys saw all the machines and all the equipment up there. I wish I would have driven the length between 7 or here and Camden first before I sat there at that dang cemetery all morning. But hey, you know, it is what it is. I got some videos of some machines doing some work. I think I might head down to Lindenwold after this, see what's shaking down there. I haven't been down there in a while. Looks like you got I-141 down there, and it is moving on. Slowly but surely. Not complaining that I missed I-141 at all. It's just an intermodal train. I know some of you guys love intermodal trains, and that's fine. That's great. I'm glad you have a favorite train. They are not my favorite. Sometimes I find them rather boring unless they're like 29A or 29F and they're very long and they have DPUs and maybe some containers that I've never seen before. I don't know. Got a nice long train here. Yep, so I'll head down to Lindenwold after this. Look at that. Like I said, I didn't think I was going to be able to salvage this day. But by 12:30 I called it. I gave it a little bit of extra time. I thought 26C was going to be in Hamilton, but I doubt it with 141 and then this guy rolling. There's only 2 tracks through Hamilton. There's nowhere for it to wait unless it's below the Hamilton Depot waiting for I-141 to take the curve and this guy to get out of the way. I haven't even switched frequencies on my radio yet. I will. Once this guy passes, he's quite long. Not even sure what train it was, but I need to listen to the defect detector and find out. Because I saw the gates starting to flash as I was pulling in, so I figured it was just the end of I-141 down there, but no, not at all. It was this guy. Lo and behold. All right, let's go listen to the defect detector, see what it has to say. Oh wait, my radio's, never mind, can't do that. Anyways, that was a good train. Stay tuned, folks. Get a couple more here. That's all I need, really. All right, everybody. Moved down to Hamilton, the other side of Butler Street. And here's why. Well, that's not why. That's M506, but that's not why I came over here. I came over here because the Norfolk Southern train is going to come from that direction. Instead of going from my right to my left, it's going to go from my left to my right, which that's very rare. This is M506, got permission through whatever work limits he has to go through. I'm guessing he has restrictions because of those work limits, because he is going uber slow. Super uber slow, whatever. Now, like I said, there's going to be a Norfolk Southern train coming from my left to my right, which is very rare. It's affectionately it's called coming up through the back door. About 10 minutes ago he was at 248, so I believe as soon as I-141 gets out of his way, then holds at Crescentville, that train will be on its way. So I may have a little bit, I don't know. But I'm hoping he picks up some speed here, M506. He's just going super slow. I would like to take a walk. I'm going to take a little walk, maybe a couple hundred, not even 50 feet. I'm going to take a look at these signals right here to the right of your screen. Because these will be the signals that train is going to need. Or he's going to use. But I'm hoping M506 picks up some speed, because this guy's going less than 10 mile an hour. Well, at least. Now I don't know why NS has been sending them this way, because about a week and a half ago, or no, a week ago, I caught 26C coming up through on the Dayton district, going the back way. And it's sprinkling out here. I feel like he's slowing down. If he slows down, I'm cutting this camera. I'm not going to sit here and hold this for 10 minutes just to watch a train going 10 mile an hour or less. That's about flat cars there. Look at that. Can't really see the build date on them, but do not hump. Yikes. Look at that. Macro. Kind of cool. Guys, this had a peanut butter and marshmallow fluff sandwich for lunch. That's what Mrs. Boats made me for lunch. And I've never ever had a marshmallow fluff and peanut butter sandwich. The first time I ever had one. It tasted good, but if there's hype behind it, I don't quite understand it, because it was just alright. But it was good. I mean, I ate the whole thing. So man, look at that gigantic tanker. It's huge. Agrifine Corporation. This is corn syrup. Alright, that's what usually goes in there. Now back to the Norfolk Southern train coming through the back door. It probably takes some time, even though those trains in the Newcastle district, once they get past Hamilton, they could put some speed on, about 40 mile an hour, 40, 45. Maybe a little less, about 40 mile an hour probably. Look at some Conrail boxcars. It is drizzling. Now, we've talked about how much rain we've gotten this spring. We still got a little less than a month left of actual spring, meteorological spring. Summer starts on June 22nd, so the summer equinox. Yeah, so I get it. Summer has started for a lot of people, kids, teachers. Not only teachers are probably wrapping up their year, you know, they gotta, just because the kids are done doesn't mean they're done quite so much, so they gotta do stuff. Look at that. What does all that say? That's a really long grainer. Anyways, but I think the rain machine's going to wind down for a little bit, unless it overpowers the Sahara Desert dust that's headed this way. Later this week, it'll be getting into the area, and now that provides for some beautiful sunsets. He's picking up speed, so the locomotives have made it through the work zone, it seems. And he picks up speed just in time for the end to be here. So the work zone is up by New River. That explains a lot of it. Anyways, there goes M506. Let's walk over to the signals in here, see what's shaking. All right, everybody. You're gonna walk with me. How's that? All right, I want you guys to see something. It has a yellow right there. You never see that here, because they always come down that way and then they go that way. So that train will be coming from that direction and going that direction. So stay tuned for me. Good to see it. All right, everybody. I think we finally have a NS train. But you know what? I'm not going back up to where it was because I'm not going to be able to catch a train coming up on the Newcastle district, and I already hear it all the way down there. Two locomotives on this guy here. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I heard you the first time. Nice looking SD78 there. Slow down. Yeah, this is probably 26C or it's a variation. As much NS as they run through here. But this guy's going slow, but it'll probably be shorter than the last one. Like I said, I heard that Norfolk Southern train way off in the distance on the Newcastle district headed this way. Unless it was an echo, but I don't think so. So he'll go slow until he gets permission, or the locomotives get through the work zone, or at least where the restrictions are. So maximum speed permitted. However, the maximum speed permitted might be 10 miles an hour until they get through the zone, and then they go their regular speed. Anyways, that also could be Connorsville, but I'm hearing echoes of a horn. I'm hearing a train horn. Unless there's one coming south. I don't know. But he won't be coming south on the Newcastle district here because there is a train occupying that line and it is headed this way. This is a newer JB Hunt intermodal container, followed up with some T-Force trailers, T-Force freight. Whether that horn's over there, I don't think it is. I think that's the train that's coming up. That's why he's blowing his horn. Let's walk over there and find out. We're in perfect position to watch him drop the signal if that is him. And I do want to see that. Excuse me. I'm going to turn around real quick. You can see that. There's the signal he's waiting on. And here he comes. I see him. He's probably going to meet with this guy. Or either that or just catch up to the end here. But here he comes. You can't see them quite yet. Well, on the camera anyways. The end of 26E is going by, so it's going to be cool to see though. Not something that's rarely caught here. Don't ask me why this guy's going faster. Grainers on this guy. Just some potash cars and now these empty ones. I'm not sure why this guy's going faster. Some dragging stuff on that car. Huh. Or if there's the floppy paddles, we'll have to listen for that. Starting to rain again here. lot of grainers, a lot of empty grainers. I only saw one other car that was a center beam flat car. Ow! Can hardly hear now, but that's okay. There they go. Let's switch spots here, shall we? Let's go down to Lindenwald or something. Alright, that was awesome. Stay tuned. Alright. Not once, but twice, folks. There's another Norfolk Southern train, an ethanol train, this time coming up through the back. This is a once in a lifetime occurrence, not happens all the time. But we got another one right behind that last train, which was 65Q. Well, this could be 65Q. Who knows? I believe he is going to stop. But that gives me a chance to put my raincoat on. Yep, he's going to stop here. All right. He stopped. I'm going to go ahead to the camera. I'm going to cut the camera and put my raincoat on and wait for something to happen. All right, he's turned on his dish lights. He must have a signal up there. I can't see it, but his PTZ probably told him he could go, and the dispatcher. But he's turned his lights on. He blew his horn. Let's see what happens here. Nope. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe they're just messing with me. Whatever, man. Yes. Maybe he's trying to block at least crossings that he can, because there's one here, and this is about the only one, and down there that's Route 4, or not Route 4, Maple Street, and goes on to Route 4. So yeah, whatever. Well, there's one crossing down there, so he's blocking two. Anyways, I guess I cut the camera. Guess he thought he was gonna get going. Alrighty, this time I think it's for real here. Just waiting for these gates to go down. There they go. At the old bell. Smell the old White Castles. Got the old electronic bell on that one. Always on the fireman's side. There's Hamilton's finest, or one of Hamilton's finest, I should say. All right, empty ethanol train. Like I've said before, all the ethanol trains that go that way are empty. Gosh knows if there's anybody behind this guy, but I'm ready to go home. think I will do after this guy. Like I said, it is very rare to catch a Norfolk Southern train going this direction on these tracks. So, not once, but twice to catch it in one day. That's something pretty cool right there. Oh man, I smell that fried chicken from Jocko's. How that smelled wonderful. Not a very long train. You can tell it's empty. There is no buffer car on the end. Which is where if they go back to get more ethanol, they'll just pick up a buffer car full of sand then. Sounds like the Hamilton Fire Department is a little busy today. Keep hearing sirens in the distance. All right, there goes an empty ethanol train for Norfolk Southern. That's probably 65Q. I love that old bell. Fire truck seeming to come. We'll probably see him through that intersection. Got another one coming. We'll see what that is. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm ready to hit the road, head towards the house. It's not like it's been raining that much today, but it's light rain and that's misty and that's annoying. Yeah, just an ambulance. All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you out on the next one. Take her easy. All right, everybody, that is going to do it for me today up here in Hamilton. I've had a great time, but I'm ready to head towards the house and get out of this darn mist and this rain or whatever you want to call it. But hey, we started off the day in Somerville. We had nothing at all. Trains weren't running. It was dead. You know, they had work going on the line. They're replacing all the rails up there and working on the tracks, the ballast regulators and cranes and all that stuff. And you know, they were picking up old ties and whatever they were doing. And it seems like they're almost done. But anyways, it's like, you know, now the trains are running now. I guess I would have known that. I would have left the house later instead of early in the morning. Well, we'll try it again tomorrow. Same bad time, same bad channel, right? Well, anyways, folks, I'm going to go ahead and close this one out. So like, comment, subscribe, share if you haven't done so already. Hit that little alert button for me. You'll get all the notifications for when I post. And if you have more time, please watch another video, because every video you watch really helps my channel, helps the channel grow. Things are slowly starting to get a little bit better, and that is thanks to you guys. So I really appreciate it. Don't forget to watch a couple of those ads. Help put the money in the bank. All right, everybody, until we meet again, out there on the rails, have a good day.